Hello, everybody. Today I'm talking about March 2019. This is a very important month because the root of all the unsettled energy lies in March 2019. What is it? How to deal with it? More coming up. Hello, this is Komilla Sutton. I am going to talk about March 2019 and the start of the unsettled energy. A lot is happening in March 2019, and it is a good idea to plan for it. As I spoke earlier as well, 2019 is not one of the easiest years, and especially in Vedic astrology, we pay great importance to how the planets are unfolding and to understand the weakness of time. So, what is happening in March 2019, which starts the unsettled energy? So, the new moon is on 5th, 6th, depending where you are of March. And alongside with that, Rahu Ketu change signs. I've already made a recording about Rahu Ketu, and Rahu Ketu will be in Gemini Sagittarius, so you can listen to that recording separately. And then immediately Mercury turns retrograde, and I have a recording for that as well. And Mercury is having a very complicated retrograde. And if you find that recording a little bit complex, you need to listen to it a couple of times and write down all the dates and everything. But Mercury turns retrograde on 6th, and then at the same time, Mars is strong, so he's not creating any of the unsettled energies. But we have Jupiter going into Gandanta on 16th of March. So all the drama aspects of the year are in March that are going to create further. In fact, March itself is not so unsettled, and you may feel, oh, nothing really is happening, and I shouldn't worry about what is going to take place. But actually, the root of the issues of 2019 are in March, because firstly, when Rahu Ketu change signs, Ketu is in the same sign as Saturn. It will be strong for the first time because it is Vargotama. It's not exactly conjunct Saturn. That takes place in May, when April, late end of April, early May, when Saturn turns retrograde, and then Ketu is retrograde. So that is one aspect. But as I said, the root are in here. Then we have Jupiter that is going to be Gandanta. Jupiter will be is in Scorpio just now, and Jupiter loves being in Scorpio. But Jupiter is going to go into Sagittarius on 28th, I think. Yes, 28th, 29th of March. And it is going to be Gandanta from 16th of March onwards. And I will talk separately about Jupiter Gandanta as well, but you need to be aware of all these energies coming together. So Jupiter going to be in Gandanta, and then it goes into Sagittarius, and then it will retrograde back in Gandanta. So that's more in April. I will talk about it. But all April, Jupiter will be in Gandanta as well. So as I said, the root of the unsettled energy is here. So taking Jupiter in mind, if you're Pisces or Sagittarius, then obviously that is going to affect you. And Sagittarius has got Shani in the Lagna, Ketu in the Lagna. So Sagittarius definitely going through a pressurized time. And you see, the thing is this, that it's important to not imbalance yourself. Awareness of these transits are important to know that these are complex transits, and I don't want to make my life even worse. So just like when it's going to rain, you take an umbrella or you take a raincoat, you're prepared for the rain. Even then, you may get a few spots of rain on you, but largely you're protected. In the same way, it is a lot of decisions you make in March that will have the long-term effect on you for 2019 and maybe even longer than that. So don't make major changes. If things are working, let them be. React to situations rather than act on them. So there is the Jupiter Gandanta. Then Mercury goes retrograde, and Mercury will retrograde first in Pisces, then it retrograde back to Aquarius. Now, Mercury in Pisces, Aquarius, normally when a planet goes back to a sign, it means there's some unsettled energy there. So Gemini, Virgo, of course, will get affected by Mercury, but all of us will get affected by Mercury. And when Mercury goes into Aquarius, which is on 14th of March, it will then do Parivartana Yoga with Rahu. So Mercury will turn retrograde. One sec, let me just give you the Mercury retrograde date. Mercury is going to get retrograde on 5th, and then it is going to go into Aquarius on 14th. So remember that new moon on 5th with Shivaratri, and we have Mercury turning retrograde and Rahu Ketu changing signs. So you have an inbuilt time there to do Shivaratri, worship, do spiritual things, rather than concentrating on material things at that time. But from 14th onwards to the end of the month, Mercury is going to be Parivartana with Rahu. Rahu is in Gemini, and Mercury will be in Aquarius, a sign co-ruled by Rahu. So there's this whole desire to make changes, to transform, and Mercury remains retrograde till 28th, and then it will go direct, still in Aquarius. So retrograde Mercury changes your thinking. Everybody, doesn't matter what sign. You start thinking, I should be doing different. It can also make hesitation to act. So I would say that March is a time not to act on situations. If something happens, react on it. However much you feel pressurized and you think, oh, if I change everything, something will be better the other side. It's important not to act on things, and also to be aware that you have the Jupiter Gandanta, Mercury in retrograde, plus it's retrograding back to a different sign. That is always an indication of extra unsettled energy. And then Rahu's influence is there on Mercury, a double influence of Rahu by being in Gemini, and then Parivartana Yoga with Mercury. Parivartana Yoga, I did a video on that. You can read that if you don't know what it is. And then finally, of course, that Rahu Ketu changing signs, Ketu Saturn conjunction is on. And say Ketu Saturn conjunction will have a number of major changes in the world. So if we think politically, and we think also in our lives, but we don't know how that is going to manifest. It starts in March, and but it will be more intense in May to October. But this Ketu Saturn conjunction is starting in March, and we continue to have Ketu Saturn together till end of January 2019. And togetherness in the sense of tight conjunction. I'm going to make a separate video about Ketu Saturn later. But the tight conjunction is very important to see as well, because Saturn is saying face up to your responsibility. Ketu is saying let go of everything. And of course, Capricorn and Sagittarius are the two signs that get most affected by it. But others also will feel the intensity of the Ketu Saturn conjunction. I'm going to make a separate video for it, although I have talked about it in various other videos as well. So do keep a lookout on it. So sum total of March 2019 is that it itself may not feel unsettled, but the root of the unsettling energy of 2019 is there in this energy. You can see politically, Brexit, things are coming to a head. There's a emergency situation in USA that's coming to a head. There are issues in India that are all coming into some kind of a play, elections taking place, different aspects. So even as an individual, you have to be cautious about the choices you make. Don't be given to fear, but plan things. Always doing karma yoga, selfless service, practice of mantras, puja, just common sense, wise steps. That means if it isn't broken, don't change it. If there's something too good to be true, think about all the environment that you're facing, and don't go into those things. Take care of your money, take care of your family, society, and you will be rewarded. These transits are complex, and therefore there will be times that they are going to throw the energy. But you're starting in March to be cautious, careful, take your time with any decision, don't rush into anything, because so much unsettled energy is there. It's important to keep settled around that time. I'm writing more about it on my newsletter, and you can access it from my website, komilla.com. And also, I'm starting the courses in March, and courses are very good therapeutic, as well as understanding the forces of Jyotish way before they happen, and understanding your own chart as well. So again, on my website, komilla.com, all the information is there. And thank you again for listening to me. All the best.